He is the man who taught the world to dance, the blue-eyed icon who walked with a swagger that defined a generation. But behind the white suit and the million-dollar smile lies a heart repeatedly shattered by a specific, cruel curse. John Travolta is more than a movie star. He is a survivor of a tragedy that struck him not once, but twice, stealing the loves of his life. This is the story of a man who conquered Hollywood, only to find that fame cannot stop death. His journey began far from the red carpet, in the tire shop of his father in New Jersey. Born into a loud, crowded Italian-Irish family, John was the kid in the tire shop who dreamed of the sky. It was Helen, his mother, who planted the seeds of stardom, teaching him drama and dance in their basement. While other kids played ball, John climbed airport fences, watching jets take off, imagining a life that soared just as high. The hunger for fame was insatiable. At 16, he dropped out of high school, declaring, "I'm going to be a star," and moved to New York. He started with small roles, even landing a bit part in the touring company of Grease, never imagining he would one day own the role of Danny Zuko. But the path wasn't straight. He moved to Los Angeles, taking bit parts until he landed in the horror classic Carrie, playing a high school bully, his first real taste of cinema. His breakthrough came on TV, but his heart found its home on the set of The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. There, he met Diana Hyland. She was 18 years his senior, a seasoned actress who saw the soul behind John's boyish charm. He fell madly, deeply in love. It was a romance that defied age and logic. For the first time, John was truly happy. But in the shadows of this joy, a dark fate was waiting. Diana was diagnosed with breast cancer. As John prepared for the role that would change history in Saturday Night Fever, his personal world was collapsing. He rehearsed the strut of Tony Manero by day and cared for a dying Diana by night. The contrast was agonizing. He flew to her side, holding her as she took her last breath in his arms. She was gone. Days later, he had to return to the set, put on that white suit, and play the king of the disco, dancing through a grief that no camera could see. Saturday Night Fever didn't just make him a star, it made him a god. That white suit became a relic of pop culture, and his walk became the stride of the 70s. He earned his first Oscar nomination, a rare feat for a dance movie. But the anger in Tony Manero's eyes wasn't acting. It was John's real pain, channeled into art. He had conquered the world, but he was alone. The Star is Born moment was bittersweet, haunted by the ghost of the woman he loved. The 80s were unkind. After the massive success of Grease and the urban cowboy phase, the hits stopped coming. He turned down roles that made other men stars. But in 1987, on the set of The Experts, he met Kelly Preston. She was beautiful, vibrant, and married. John waited. He was patient. When they finally united, it was a fairy tale. They married in Paris in 1991, and with the birth of their son Jet in 1992, John finally had the family he craved. Yet silence surrounded Jet. Behind the mansion walls, the boy suffered from Kawasaki syndrome and autism, a truth the family kept private for years to protect him. John was a devoted father, but his career was in a coma. Then came a call from a wild young director named Quentin Tarantino. No one wanted Travolta for Pulp Fiction. The studio fought it, but Tarantino insisted. John took the role for a measly $150,000, a gamble that would rewrite history. Vincent Vega was born. With long hair and a twist contest that paid homage to his past, John Travolta rose from the ashes. It was one of the greatest comebacks in cinema. He earned a second Oscar nomination, proving he was no has-been. The hits followed. Get Shorty brought a Golden Globe, and Face Off with Nicolas Cage showed his action chops. He was now the $20 million man, commanding record fees and flying his own Boeing 707 to movie sets. He had it all: the wife, the kids, the career, and the planes parked in his front yard in Florida. But the Travolta curse was not done. New Year's 2009. The family flew to their vacation home in the Bahamas for a celebration. It was supposed to be paradise. Instead, it became a crime scene of heartbreak. Jet, 16 years old, suffered a seizure in the bathroom. The sound of his fall echoed through the house, a sound that would haunt John forever. John raced to the bathroom. He found his son unconscious. Desperate, he performed CPR, pumping Jet's chest, breathing life into the boy he adored. He fought God for his son's life on that bathroom floor. But it was silence. "He's gone," the doctors said at the hospital. The world stopped. John had saved his career, but he couldn't save his son. The pain was absolute, a black hole that threatened to swallow the entire family whole. Grief was denied its privacy. An ambulance driver and a lawyer tried to extort millions from John, threatening to release private details about Jet's death. It was a blackmail attempt of the lowest order. John had to drag his broken heart into a courtroom. There, on the stand, he finally revealed the truth he had guarded so fiercely. Jet was autistic. The trial was a circus, but John stood tall, fighting for his son's dignity even in death. He took Jet's ashes and flew them home himself, piloting the plane in a tearful final journey. For months, John vanished. He became a recluse, unable to face the lights. The birth of his son Benjamin later gave him a reason to breathe again, a small light in the dark. He returned to work, delivering a chilling performance as Robert Shapiro in American Crime Story, reminding the world that his talent was untouched by the tragedy. But the universe wasn't finished. History began to repeat itself in the most cruel way imaginable. His beloved wife, Kelly Preston, was diagnosed with breast cancer, the same disease that killed Diana Hyland decades before. For 2 years, they fought a silent war. No press knew. No fans knew. John once again became the nurse, the caretaker, holding the hand of the woman he loved as she faded away, day by painful day. On July 12, 2020, the news broke like a thunderclap. Kelly Preston was dead. John was destroyed. He had lost his first love to breast cancer, and now the mother of his children was taken by the same killer. The symmetry of the tragedy was horrifying. He was left alone in the house they built, a widower twice over in spirit. The lonely father now had to be the rock for his daughter Ella and young son Ben. He didn't hide his grief this time. He embraced it. He posted videos dancing with his daughter Ella, honoring Kelly's memory. He stopped wearing the toupees that defined his movie star image, revealing a bald head and a beard. A raw, peruksuz John, wigless John. It was a symbol of a man who no longer had anything to hide. He had lost too much to care about vanity. He was stripping away the mask of the celebrity to show the human beneath. His recent projects reflect his soul. In the short film The Shepherd, he plays the mysterious pilot guiding a lost flyer, a role that mirrors his own life as a pilot and a man acquainted with the afterlife. It is a quiet, haunting performance. John Travolta is no longer the disco king or the cool gangster. He is a man who has walked through fire and survived, carrying the ghosts of Jet and Kelly with him in every frame. Critics mocked his passion project, Gotti, and the Adele Dazeem flub at the Oscars went viral, but John remained unshakable. He has faced death in the bathroom of a vacation home and in the quiet of a cancer ward. Internet jokes cannot hurt a man who has held his dying son. His resilience is his greatest role. He continues to fly, literally and metaphorically, refusing to let the weight of his sorrow ground him permanently. John Travolta's life is a testament to the endurance of the human spirit. He went from the Lastikci Dukanandaki Chochuk to the biggest star on earth, only to pay the ultimate price for his happiness. He is a figure of immense tragedy, yet he greets the world with warmth. He is the survivor, the father who keeps going because he has promises to keep to the ones still here. Today, when you see John Travolta smile, remember what lies behind it. It is not just the smile of Danny Zuko or Vincent Vega. It is the smile of a man who has loved deeply and lost terribly. It is the smile of a father who misses his son and a husband who misses his wife. It is the bravest smile in Hollywood. He is the legend who dances with tears in his eyes, proving that the show must go on, even when the heart is broken.